everyone, and welcome back. If this is your first time here, let me introduce myself. My name is Maria and welcome to Siempre Infinitos DIY. With that being said, I hope you enjoyed this video. Okay, I am so excited because finally I get to show you how I made this adorable nutcracker. All of the items that I'm going to be using in this video, I'm going to leave it in the description box down below. So here, as you can see, I'm going to be mixing two colors, and that's just a dark blue with some white because I want a light color. So I just made sure that it was just a little bit of the blue and a lot of the white. So once I have my clay all mixed up, I'm going to put it in a plastic wrap, and that's so it would not dry, because I'm going to be using different colors of clays and a lot of different parts, for my nutcracker. I want to make sure that once I put them all together, they will hold on their own together rather than me having to add any glue. So here I'm making some legs, and I made two his legs, I meant to say. I made two marshmallow shapes, and then I just attach them together. As you can see, now I'm going to make sure that those are covered so they will not dry. Here I have the boots. Now again, I made a little marshmallow, and as you can see, I'm just bending it over, making the shape of a boot. Now I'm also going to be using my molding tool, and that will help me make it a little better of a shape of a boot instead of just using my fingers. So real quick, I want to send out a shout out to 10 ladies that were the first one to comment on my previous video. Carol 52, Kat, Jamie, Nancy, Florence, Sarah, Joanne, Mary, Carol, and Talethia. And sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name wrong, sweetie. I want to say thank you so much for your lovely comments, and thank you again for following me on my channel. So now that I made his boots, I'm going to make his shoelaces. Really simple. All I did was grab some clay, I rolled it out, made a string, cut it in half, and then cross them together, place them on top of his boots. Now I want the top of his boot to be fluffy, so I rolled out more clay, and instead of adding the clay to his boots, I added to his legs. Grab my molding tool, and then I just start dabbing, giving me that fluffy look to it. So when you add your clays together, make sure that you add them exactly where you want them to be. Otherwise, when you go to pull them apart, it will rip on you. Now that I have his legs and his shoes ready, I am going to work on his body. I separated a piece of clay because that is going to be also part of his arms. To make his body, all I did was also make another marshmallow shape. And then I wanted him to have a bit of a waist, so I used my hands, and then I just start squeezing in, giving him that waist look. I wrapped up my clay again because I wanted to make sure that it stays soft, so when I add it to the rest of the to his legs and his arms, they will stick together. Now when it comes to his arms, all I did was pretend that I was making a candy cane, and just did two strips and start wrapping them. Grab my knife, and I cut in half. Make sure that it is a clean cut on both ends. On the top of his arms, I added a ball of clay on each side, and that was going to mimic his shoulders. Now for the top of his body, where his head is going to lay at, I don't want it to lay flat on the body, so I just added another little portion on top of that, raising his head up higher. That is totally up to you if you want to do that or not. Now on the bottom of his jacket, I wanted to also have a fluffy look to it, so I rolled out some white clay, wrapped it on the bottom, and then again went in with my molding tool and start dabbing away, giving it that fluffy look. On his jacket, I want him to have buttons, so I rolled out a strip of green and white, and then went in with my flexible knife and just made a little pattern on there. And then I added some blue little balls, which were going to be mimicking his buttons. I wanted him to have some candy on there, so the candy that I chose to go with was gumdrops, and they are from Amazon. I'm going to leave the link in the description box down below. I also chose a peppermint candy for his hat, and that is actually from Play Code 3. I'm also going to be leaving my code, so if you are looking for some peppermint candies, you can go and Play Code's website and Play Code 3's website, and use my code, and you'll get 50% off anything, any purchase over 20. If you go to 35, not only would you get 50% off, you'll also get that free and shipping handling. So here is his body. So now I'm going to be making his hat. Really simple. Again, another marshmallow. But this time we're going to use a clear block, and then we're just going to be pressing it down in an angle. And then on the bottom part of his hat, all I'm going to do is like a moon shape, and then just put them together, added some strings in there, and that was it. Now to make his head slash face, I use like a Carmel color and then white blended in that. Keep in mind, the more caramel or brown, the darker he will be. So I made an egg shape, and then I use a pencil, and then just pressed it down. That it's going to help me line his eyes. Went in, made his little mustache, and then a little nose, and then just attach that as well. And as you can see here, his face is forming, and there it is. Now to make his hair, all I did was just roll out a strip, and then I used my flexible clay knife, and then just cut that in an angle. Went in with my molding tool, made some lines for his hair, and that was it. I forgot to mention, for his hands, all I did was use the same clay that I used for his head. I made 2 balls, and I attached them to his arms. Now that I've finished with his head, all I'm going to do is attach it to his body. I'm going to use my molding tool, and wherever there is a gap, I am going to blend those in together, and then that would be it. And here he is all done. What do you guys think? I love how he came out. He looks so adorable. Yes, I have noticed that he is a little bit bigger than the one that I have previously made, but that is okay because they both look cute. Well, my friends, hope you have noticed as well that this is the end of the video. Thank you so much, guys, for stopping by. I really appreciate every single one of your comments. And until the next time, stay safe, be kind. Bye.